Hello everyone, my name is M. Sai Kamal Varshit. I am a 12-year-old space researcher, and today I am going to explain you the topic of fourth dimension in behalf of the National Space Day, because this is an auspicious day for all the science and space lovers. I am making this video on the most doubtful topic of space science, which is fourth dimension. And about the dimensions, I'm going to talk about them. I'm going to discuss what are dimensions first, and then I'm going to explain you like how do these dimensions exist, what is the definition of a dimension. Okay, so let's begin with four. So we are trying to discover about 4D. So what is this 4D anyway? It is nothing but fourth dimension. So this fourth dimension, wait, yes. So this fourth dimension is nothing but it comes after fourth dimension. So what do you mean by dimension? Well, it's a way or like a way of a physical quantity to like length to exist in a any dimension in 3D, in three-dimensional world or four-dimensional world, whatever you call it. So it's a way of the physical quantities. Like if you see in a 3D world, we consider this as length. It's a way of measuring a physical quantity, it's the length. But you consider the x and y and z axis. This is the y axis. It is down. To tell it's down. And z axis, it's just like this. It's the width. Alright? So it's the way of measuring the different physical quantities. So let's get into it now. So this figure I draw is very useful for you to figure out. So to understand fourth dimension, we must first know about 0D. So 0D is nothing but zeroth dimension. 0D. And what is 0D? Well, the name itself tells about it. It's the first dimension to exist. And 0 dimension means it doesn't have any dimension at all. That's the point. So it's a point. That's it, it's a point. So, as you can see, this dot has nowhere to move. It has nowhere to move this way, this way, or this way. But the thing it's still existing. So that's why it's called 0D. So we cannot like say air is like 0 is like a, you cannot say like any particular thing or a thing on a 2D surface that's non-existent to be a 0D, to be a 0D, because it cannot have a dimension, so it's still existing. So that's why it's called a 0D. But the thing is, it doesn't have any dimension, so it's called as a 0D. So let's level up a little bit. This time we will discuss about 1D. So 1D, it says about itself, it's first dimension, right? It has only one dimension, and that dimension is length. Imagine this is the point and this is another point. If you join these points, it makes a line. So in this line, it can move like horizontally, but there is no other particular dimension it can move. So it's called first dimension. So next we go to 2D. 2D. So 2D has two dimensions. In the 3D world, as you can see, shapes like rectangles, squares are known as 2D. You take this 1D over here, the two dots thingy, and then you extend one of them in the other direction. So now it's 2D basically. And if you join, no need. So it's 2D. In a 2D figure, I mean, like it can move like horizontally like this or vertically like this. So that's the fact. So the same applies to 2D. See, this is very simple topic, but everyone has doubt in it. And let me open. Yes. So in 3D, you guessed it, third dimension, we have 3 dimensions here. We just take the before dimension and add a new dimension, which makes a new dimension, like a new aspect of a dimension. So we take the 2D figure over here, and we should extend it in such a way that it does not match with the same way that these two physical quantities are doing. So we cannot extend it on a plane. We are now extending it out of the plane, like behind the plane, here. And they name it XYZ. I don't know, I may interchange, but still they name it XYZ, and we extend it towards the backward. We cannot extend it diagonally because it's on the same way of the physical quantity. Like it's not going out or it is not going out of the dimension, to be in fact. It's not going out of the plane. So we should do something which gets out of like the simulation in which the the dimension is. So we are getting out of the plane and we have the width right here, and there, let's go. So with common examples like cuboid are very common, and this is a 3D world, which means every object in our lives has 3 dimensions, namely length. In the first dimension we have length. Let me write the spelling neatly. Wait. And then we have the, what do we call it, breadth. And then we have the width. So these are the 3 dimensions we have unlocked till now, discovered till now. And next comes the 4th dimension. We are struggling with the 4th dimension because we are living in a 3-dimensional world, and hence we cannot even imagine a 4th dimensional object. So 4th dimensional means it should be out of our living simulation right now. So it should be out of the 3D world into another and extend into another direction. We cannot imagine a 4D object because we are living in a 3D world, and hence our all thoughts are in 3D. In 3D imaginations. So now where should we extend it to? This is a popular doubt. Sorry. This is a very popular doubt. So many of you doubt this. Well, the answer is simple. It is time. In time, 1 minute. In time, it's in time. So we notice it that there is no physical quantity to merge into except time, because it goes along with the what is happening. So that's why they took time. They can even take kg mass, right? Why didn't they take it? Because mass and length are related things, but because of the dimension, the mass doesn't relate to the length, because it is already mentioned in density and those thingies. So they connected time with that and made a 4th dimension. And in this 4th dimension, time is known as strength. So they call it strength. Nobody ever imagines a 3D object, but we can see it in 4D space where it's not 3D. Okay. So the object is called a tesseract. It's very complicated, I'd say. It is like a cube that moves in relationship with time, and it changes its shape over time and then regains its shape, and it just goes in a cycle like that. So it has a relationship with time, and that's the new dimension we extended it in. So I would say my theory is 3D objects are stationary objects which are left in they're just run like that. It's just an example. But if you pick a 4D object, it's just a 3D object that runs in coordination with time. My theory is it may be wrong. It is wrong. It may be wrong, or you can maybe consider it correct. I just told you the real 4D object, and now I am telling my theory. So my theory is a 4D object is a 3D object which runs in relationship time, such as your old eraser, which like you took a new eraser, you spent 2 days with it, like rubbing and those all stuff, and at the end of the day it just turns black and old. This journey it goes, it actually experiences the fourth dimension through it. So I consider this as a new dimension to extend, and that the old eraser is also like a 4D object. See, they show cube and cuboid as 3D, but they don't have any relationship with time. Like your eraser might be in cuboid, like cube shape or cuboid shape, but it's actually in relationship with time. In the textbook, they show it as examples, but it doesn't have any relationship with time. Just stays there. In a simulation also we can see. But if a 4D object, it actually moves. So I would consider this as a really good theory for 4D. So thank you because you made it so far watching this video, and I consider your hard work and also a little bit help for me that you can do. Please subscribe to me because I am helping you to gain information, and I'm not doing this for my sake. This is for you all because I want this world to be a better place. Thank you. Happy National Space Day. Bye. See you again. And also check out my new book about space called Our Universe in script. Thank you.